Hello everyone, welcome to the Ichimoku.co daily stock market review for the trading day ending Thursday, November 5th. Firstly to the S&P 500, and here we see continued selling in this market today. The market closing below the previous close, so some keenness from the sellers, but formation of an indecisive spinning top type candle suggests a lot of indecision in this market, and it doesn't bode well for continued downside. The market also finding support around that 2100 round number level suggests that it may continue to act as very strong support, and also strong support coming in at the 2093 level as suggested yesterday. Previous resistance area holding as support, and also the market closing, testing very close to the Candlestick indicator around the 2087 level. The formation of the spinning top type candle is indecisive for a couple of reasons. The first being the formation of a small bodied candle as opposed to the larger body of the previous day's trading, suggesting that net momentum to the downside is very minimal, and that suggests that the downtrend is in danger. But also the upside price rejection, the sellers losing commitment from lower levels, and significantly the 2093 level and the 2100 level, but also the buyers losing commitment above the 2100 level. So that's where the indecision comes into play. Considering that we are in a downtrend, that suggests that there is potential for a change of trend back to the upside, and we will be looking for confirmation of that, with the market to potentially form a higher high and a higher low, and test up to the 2114 level of previous resistance. This level has held as resistance for the previous two candles, so it is going to be an important benchmark for the market moving forward. Just using the Fibonacci extension tool, and we're examining the relationship of this current first time frame downtrend to the immediate previous first time frame downtrend, and here we see the market testing below the 100% level, being rejected from there on this indecisive candle, suggesting a good possibility of a change of trend to the upside. And the Fibonacci retracement tool is testing around that 50% level, trading through the 38.2% level, being rejected from both of these important areas. And with the formation of indecision in the market, it does suggest that the downtrend, there is a very strong possibility of a termination of the downtrend and a new uptrend to form. Moving to the band charts here, and previously we saw the market trading up above the upper band, and we continue with the close above the upper band, suggesting we still have a strong bullish bias in the medium term time frame in this market. The upper band importantly holding a support. 2092 is where it trades. We should be watching that tomorrow. It will move higher, so watching it tomorrow for that area to continue as support, but we can probe into that area a little bit, as we've seen here previously with the buyers coming back in. Looking at this retracement here in the context of the bigger picture and this strong uptrend, every time we've been trending up, we've seen strong white body candles. When the sellers have come into the market, they've only lasted for one or two candles, and with an indecisive candle forming here, it does suggest that the buyers continue to be the stronger party in this market in overall terms. Next to the Dow 30, and change of trend confirmed here. Previous day's trading, we hadn't had a change of trend confirmed. We had something of a tweezers top pattern, and confirmation of that today with the formation of a lower high and a lower low on this candle. It's a weaker candle than we've seen with the S&P. The net momentum between the open and the close is much smaller, and it's something of a doji type candle, and even more indecision here. The market finding support very close to the Candlestick indicator, and a very good possibility of a change of trend, but very solid resistance overhead at this 17957 level, and just above, extending up to around the 18,000 level. Also with the band chart here, the similarities continue with the S&P, and finding support at the upper band as we've seen in the recent past, and still trading up above the upper band suggests strong bullish bias in the medium term time frame. We will be watching the upper band 17778 as the benchmark here. If we do see a bearish close within there and some follow through, we could see the market continue to trade off, but at the moment with the indecision here in the market and the buyers coming in off the band here, it does suggest good potential for a change of trend back to the upside. Next to the Nasdaq 100, and a change of trend confirmed here today, lower high, lower low, but finding strong support below 4696, an important area, and very close to the Tenkan-sen indicator. Formation of a small black body candle suggests that we still have net momentum to the downside, but it's only minimal. The sellers failing to close with control here does suggest that there is a good possibility of a change of trend back to the upside. Neither party really has closed with control, and that's not ideal for continuation of the trend to the downside. So a very good possibility of a change of trend back to the upside here. And also to the band chart with the Nasdaq 100 and support coming in at the upper band, maintaining price action above the upper band suggests very strong bullish bias here. We will be watching that upper band to continue to hold as support. Very good possibility of a bounce off this area and the market to trade to new highs. To the Russell 2000, and here we see confirmed change of trend here. The current candle making lower high, lower low. If you recall yesterday we were watching this tweezers top pattern. We have had confirmation of the reversal today, but on a day where the buyers have taken control of the market at the end of trading. We see this very large shadow on the bottom, finding support at this previous resistance area, and suggesting that with this change of resistance into support, it does suggest that we have a very different scenario than we had back here when we saw a very strong selling. We will still continue to watch this area, 1182. If you see a bearish close down below there, we could see the market trade lower, but the short-term dynamics in this candle certainly don't favour the sellers on this change of trend. It favours the buyers in a massive way, with the buyers taking control and the sellers losing commitment in a major way down below 1182. We do need to watch this resistance area, 1191. The market has tested either to or through there for the third occasion now. We've failed to close above there, so we will be watching there. A strong bullish close above there and above the swing highs here around 1196 certainly could see the market continue to trade higher. Just using the Fibonacci retracement tool for this, comparing the first time frame downtrend that the market's in to the immediate previous first time frame uptrend, and we see the market trading through the 23.6% level, through the 38.2% level, being rejected from there with the buyers taking control, and suggesting that there is a very strong possibility of a change of trend. And on the band chart here, the market maintaining price action up above the upper band, confirming the strong bull market in the medium term time frame. The market finding support there at the upper band at 1180.42. The rejection was strong. The buyers coming in strongly, closing with control and suggesting a real possibility of change of trend back to the upside. We did want to see the market trading through this previous swing high in a bullish manner. We haven't seen that yet, and that will give us a lot of confidence in the move to the upside if we do see that occur. Moving to the asset class ETFs, and here we see continued selling in TLT, the 20 plus year Treasury bond fund. The relative strength of this asset class versus the overall equities market is very weak. We see it performing down below the lower band, and that momentum of relative strength is still down below the 100% level. It has just crept back up within the bands, but we'd like to see it moving outside of that top band to the upside. Potential for this to form something of a hammer type pattern. The market has been selling off for some time, so potential for upside here. The gold asset class continues to sell off. Sellers in control once again. A lot of black body candles in this selling here. Possibility of a change of trend here. The market seems to have done quite a bit of work in recent times. With the formation of a smaller black body candle, it suggests that the net momentum to the downside is much smaller than it has been previously. So looking for a retracement. A retracement here would be healthy for a longer term downtrend. In terms of relative strength, strongly underperforming the overall market, and the momentum of relative strength continues to the downside. Next to some stocks of interest, and Activision ATVI is one that we've been interested in the recent past and still trading up above each of the Ichimoku indicators. Formation of an indecisive spinning top type candle suggests that we could see a retracement. The market is looking very overextended in the depth away from the Ichimoku cloud, so a pullback wouldn't surprise. Looking to the Tenkan-sen trading at 35.13 or the upper band trading at 35.75-76 to hold a support. Relative strength comparative is still very strong, trading at outside of the upper band, and momentum is of relative strength is up too, so suggesting that this is a very strong outperformer. NVDA is the code, and here we see continued selling. The market breached, or the stock, sorry, breached through the Tenkan-sen indicator for the previous day's trading. We see strong follow through here. If we see the market take out, or the stock, keep saying the market, the stock, take out this swing low at 27.63 in a bearish manner, we certainly could see the market continuing to perform to the downside. We're looking for some support to come in here, but with the build of momentum and the sellers taking control, it does seem as though the sellers are primed to take that area out. On the band chart, trading within the bands now for the second consecutive day, and this suggests that the sentiment in this stock certainly has changed away from the buyers to the sellers. Testing just down through the middle of the band, suggesting that we could see further downside, so watching that support very closely. In terms of relative strength comparative, strongly underperforming the overall market, and in terms of the momentum of relative strength, it is now down below the 100% level and accelerating to the downside, suggesting that underperformance against the overall market could continue. Amazon has been a very good performer in recent times and continues trading up above each of the Ichimoku indicators, looking a little overextended. The size of the white body does suggest that net momentum is perhaps smaller. The range is a little bit smaller than previous, so not as eager the buyers here. The buyers still have closed with control, so there still is potential for more upside. But if we do see the market come off, looking to the Tenkan-sen at 626.65 to hold a support, or the upper band 626.37. Relative strength comparative continues to outperform strongly as the momentum of relative strength is above the 100% level, but not up above that upper band. But if we see continued upside, it certainly could move above that upper band. Facebook has been another solid performer, gapping up here for today's trading, and certainly the buyers are well in control of this stock. Previously we saw the market, or the stock, starting to underperform over this recent period, but finding support around the Tenkan-sen has seen the buyers come back into the market quite strongly. Formation of a doji candle suggests that we could see a retracement here, so looking for support at the Tenkan-sen at 105.92 or at the upper band at 104.32.